No, we'll just go like
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Hello! Here we are at the center of Canada in Manitoba. Unfortunately, plans change. We're actually not allowed to stop unless you 14-day quarantine here, so we're going to be motoring our way through this province and on our way towards Saskatchewan.
But we had to stop at the center of Canada.
Saskatchewan!
Welcome to Saskatchewan! Can you hear that? Exactly.
Not a whole lot going on out here.
Welcome to beautiful, sunny Saskatchewan. We have lucked out majorly with the weather and another blue sky day with big, fluffy, beautiful white clouds. Just regard our really dirty windshield. But today, we are going to be showing you around Grasslands National Park. Right now we are driving down some really, really back road in the middle of absolutely nowhere. But it is actually a very beautiful drive. Lots of grass and skies and wildlife. No, it was good. We saw tons of deer. We saw a fox. We saw a lot of cows, a lot of cute baby cows, and we saw a moose, which is very interesting. I didn't know there was moose in Saskatchewan. Maybe that's a stupid thought. But anyways, yes, Grasslands National Park today. There's a road that that goes directly through the park, and you can drive through it. Spot bison, there's prairie dogs, there's, you know, other wildlife that you can see, so that's what we're going to be doing today. And then we're going to be staying just outside the park and heading in again tomorrow to do a small hike. So we will take you with us along, and fingers crossed we see some bison.
Alan! Steve!
Just out here in Grasslands National Park in the middle of absolute nowhere. Look at this. It's so quiet. On nights it's tight because it's so windy.
Yep.
It's actually really nice here. There's such big hills. So within the park on the main road that you drive through, there's a few little prairie dog homesteads, and they're just all over the sides of the road, and you can see all their little holes, and they come in and out and run around. I don't know if you can see from the road, from my camera.
They're colonies.
Yeah, the prairie dog colony. So I don't know if you can see through the camera, but they're everywhere, and they blend in really well with the rocks and the dirt and everything, but they're so tiny, and they stand up on their little hind legs and make like a little chirping sound. It's really, really cute. So you do have to be careful driving through a few areas of the park. Just, you know, they run out in front of the van and everything, so just making sure we're not hitting them or anything. Also essential to the bison hunt are binoculars.
Thank you.
He didn't even want to stop.
He was so scared.
Aww.
Walked into the French River campground inside of the park, and we just spoke to one of the workers there. They actually told us that you can walk literally anywhere you want to in this entire park. You can walk off the trails, you can just walk up that hill if you really wanted to. And that's something that's kind of interesting because you actually can't do that in any of the other parks. They're one of the only national parks that actually allow that. Don't look them in the eye. Don't look him in the eye. Sorry. Okay, bye. Love you.
Grasslands National Park is not exactly what I expected, but it was actually really nice. And what's interesting is that there's actually two campgrounds within the park. So East Block and West Block, which are two separate parks, they're not actually linked, so you have to drive between the two, which is fine. But we were in West Block. We drove through did the scenic drive all the way through, but we're actually staying in the small town called Val-Marie right outside the park, only because they have showers. They have flush toilets, they have showers, and I don't know if you can tell from my hair, but we are in desperate need of a shower. And the campgrounds within Grasslands National Park didn't have showers, so that's the only reason that we weren't staying there. But it's very beautiful. There's lots of hiking trails that you can do, and as Derek said, you can walk wherever you want, so it's really interesting. We're going to do some hiking tomorrow and check it out and see if we can find any more bison, but we saw a few of them today. I think we saw about 5, so fingers crossed we'll see some tomorrow. If you can tell, but we have to hike all the way up the mountain, up switchback, all the way to the top of there.
Here we are on top of the 70-mile Butte Trail. It's just like a 2-kilometer trail, but it gives you some of the best views in the entire park. This is the highest elevation, and you can just see for miles and miles.
It's definitely feeling like we're in the desert right now. We found some cute little cactuses on the hill behind us, and somehow we chose the hottest day to come hike here. There's a giant heat wave washing through all the way from here to BC. I think it's like 30, almost 40 degrees. Thankfully the wind's saving us a little bit, but definitely getting those desert vibes. I did not know that there was somewhere that looked like this in Saskatchewan, and it's honestly super cool.
Another long day. We spent most of our day in Grasslands National Park, and we actually did a little stop off inside of the T-Rex Discovery Center just outside of East End. We didn't take any footage of that, but it was just a nice little stop off, a nice little break from filming for us. And finally we've ended up in our old faithful spot, the Walmart parking lot. But actually today we did end up making it over to Alberta.
Good morning from the beautiful Walmart parking lot. Actually had a pretty good sleep last night, but It's going to be a scorcher of a day again. 37 degrees or 98 Fahrenheit, I believe, which is absolutely crazy. So we're going to be heading into the mountains, but we have to do a few things before we go. We need to get an oil change. We need to do the dishes, which Derek is working on right now. We need to do groceries, do laundry, all those things that just kind of get put off as you're traveling, but everyday chores that kind of just need to be done. So get us somewhere colder. And lastly, groceries are done. It's honestly like Tetris trying to fit everything in our small fridge. We only have 65 liters, and only because we really don't have space for a bigger fridge from where we put it, but everything is really jam-packed in there. But surprisingly, we can fit quite a bit of stuff. Sometimes I just pile things on top of here and hope that they stay. But anyways, I think this is where we are going to leave you. We're going to head into the mountains now and explore, hopefully find some cooler weather. So I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed, learned something new about Saskatchewan, and we'll see you in the mountains.
Like and subscribe, comment, yeah, all of the
yeah,
above.
all of those things. See you next week, guys. I don't know why, but I've been craving a slushie. Pink grapefruit lemonade.
When I was a kid.
Always bring your own straws, people. I know it's horrible because there's plastic on this, so it's kind of counterproductive, but
When I was a kid, I always used to call those puppy dog slushies because there was a dog on the picture of the slushie machine, and my parents would never let it go.
They didn't even correct you?
To this day, it's always, oh, do you want a puppy dog slushie?
That's really cute. Everyone go get yourself a puppy dog slushie. It helps with the heat, I swear.